The news I just saw about oil thievery is making my head to spin. I have said it countless times on this show that Nigeria is a major oil producing nation in Africa. In fact, it is number one in Africa and the fifth in the world. But how come Nigeria is the way it is? I have asked this question time and time and time again, and no one has been able to give me a clear answer. The oil thievery in Nigeria is alarming. And the Nigerians, I don't understand if they are fed up with the whole situation or they really don't care because the government officials and the political elite are not doing anything. And I was wondering, why are they not doing anything? How come Nigeria, with all its security, cannot ensure that oil is not being stolen? Why? I was always asking myself this question. With the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army, but still yet, oil is being stolen at a very huge proportion. So, my brothers and sisters, watch this video, and when watching, ask yourself this question. If this keeps on going, or if this has been going on for many years now, which I do think it has, how much money has Nigeria lost so far? How can Nigeria improve the life of its citizens when oil is being stolen at this level? How can Nigeria not borrow money from all over the world when oil is being stolen at this rate? What has the security people in Nigeria been doing all these years that oil thievery has gotten totally out of control? Watch, my brothers and sisters.
A 1,500-ton vessel which has robbed Nigeria of its resources for years, stealing its crude and selling it to Ghana. On the 6th of October, the beginning of the end started for this vessel. It was apprehended after an ambush was laid by the JTF and Tantita Security Services, loading crude oil illegally from a hose connected to a pipe flowing from Abiteye to Escravos, which is being operated by Chevron. The vessel has operated under so many names over the years. Deborah, Ebiene, Lizzie, we know it today as Tiema, and its journey has come to an end. Before the fire, we finally put a face to some of the culprits behind Nigeria's massive oil theft. Standing on the vessel used for operation for years, this crew sailed from Lagos to Warri. At Sangara, 2 kilometers away from the Escravos tank farm, an ambush was laid by the JTF and Tantita Security Services. Diema had been on the radar of Maritime Security Services for a while now.
The crew were quite smart, there's no doubt about it. They were very smart, but they were not smarter than country. That's the aspect, not smarter than the NNPC. So what had happened was that it's among the list of vessels being monitored constantly, and it's been evading authorities for quite a while now. And its route is very funny. It's been frequenting the Niger Delta and at the same time carrying crude illegally to Ghana, precisely Tema.
The oil loaded on the 6th of October would be their last operation. The vessel came in from Escravos and had no idea security were waiting where they loaded.
Why common people are suffering, why the government is taxing everyone so heavily. They have abandoned their duty in ensuring that people do not steal this crude oil. You can see there is a huge pipeline just stealing the oil. And how can you tell me that the government doesn't know about this? That the Nigerian government is not complicit with things like this? How can people attach a pipeline to a major pipeline? How can people steal oil? Oil is not a cell phone. It's not a wallet that can be easily stolen. You need to know when the pipeline is not pumping crude oil so that you can now bore a hole and attach this pipeline to the major one. You need to know when, because you cannot bore a hole on a pipeline that is pumping oil. How can you bury a pipeline kilometers long without nobody noticing? How can a crude ship sail into Nigeria, fill crude oil, and sail out of Nigeria without anyone knowing about it? What is the job of the Marines? These are questions that people need to ask themselves. I have said it many times that the things that happen in Africa make your head to spin, because there are things you hear, there are stories from Africa that are so impossible to believe. There are other oil producing nations around the world. You have like Russia, you have like Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. They are also major oil producing countries, but you cannot hear of oil thievery. When it comes to Africa, aka Nigeria, it's a totally different story. Government officials are not the one stealing crude oil. They embezzle government funds, they misappropriate government funds, and they also steal crude oil. So, what is left for the common man? That is the question that we all ask ourselves. What has the common person done to deserve all this? Don't they have any shame? How much money will be enough for them? How much? No, answer. How much money do they really want? Do they really want the rest of the people not to eat so that they can save billions of naira in their accounts? They want the entire country to go hungry so that they can save hundreds of billions of naira? What are they going to do with all this money that they have stolen? What are they going to do with it? And this is not just starting now. It has been ongoing for years, which means all the previous government, maybe right from Obasanjo, were all aware of this oil thievery. They were all aware. Maybe it has just been made worse in the area of Buhari. But I do not think it started from his time. Oil thievery has been ongoing for a very long time. And there is no political will to put an end to it. There is none. Those who are supposed to put an end to this oil thievery are the ones benefiting the most. So they won't put an end to it. And as much as they try to claim not being aware of it, they know it. You cannot steal crude oil. It's not something that you can just pick and put in your mouth and eat. It's not a piece of meat that you can just pick from your pot and throw into your mouth. This is crude oil. You see how Africans sometimes can be, I don't know which word to use. In fact, I am short of words. I don't know if I can describe them as selfish or greedy or self-centered or maybe wicked. I don't know. Because the level of thievery in the governments of most African countries is beyond my comprehension. Anytime you follow stories from Nigeria, you will laugh yourself like a mad person. Political elites and government officials do things with impunity. They don't care. And even though they have discovered this illegal pipeline, nothing will happen. Nobody will be penalized. And there won't be any clear statement. They will just go left, go right, go left, go right, and then everything will just end. That is Africa for you, my brothers and sisters. That is Africa for you. So, we hope and pray that as things are unfolding, some of these illegal activities will be exposed and the government will be forced to take actions, which I really doubt it. But I don't want to be pessimistic. I want to be optimistic, to believe that people can change. So let's hope that this current event in Nigeria is going to cause a lot of outcries that the government will be forced to take some actions. Let's hope so. And to you guys out there, my fellow brothers and sisters in Nigeria, when you heard about this story, this scale, this rate of oil thievery in your country, what came to your mind? What were your thoughts? Share with us in the comment section below because, like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And one more thing, if you came across any story on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or on TikTok that you thought it's worth sharing with the rest of the world, send it to us through any of our social media platforms. Find them on this channel description section. You can support the show with $1 or more through the crowdfunding website Patreon or directly to us through our PayPal account. Find all related links on how you can support the show on this channel description section. Please kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You have no idea how this action of goodwill helps the channel, and we shall appreciate it very, very much. So thank you very much for watching, and like always, see you in the next one. Cut.